Okay, let's go through how to connect, how to set up a pack with the cylinder. So first, this is how it'll come. Just pull all these nice little red dealies off. Open up the main compartment of your airbag. And if you peel this Velcro back, you'll find the two connectors. One is the air hose and the other is the trigger. Air hose is pretty simple. It's a quick release. The trigger is the tricky part. And I was actually on a trip and we did a test and blew off a bunch of bags, and we were surprised that a few people forgot to connect them properly. So this is not the trigger. That's your safety. Inside of there is your trigger. See? So I'm pulling the cable. So you want to pull that out. You want to slide the cylinder into the cylinder sleeve first. Pull out the trigger. Thread your trigger first. Once you have that locked down, then the outer safety goes over. And don't be afraid to wrestle it around a bit. It's steel cable. It's pretty durable. Once that's connected, then quick release on your air hose. You're pretty much set to go, except you want to add your safety. So this little clip, just make sure that your air hose doesn't come off during deployment. So putting this on like that protects the quick release from being able to slide when you deploy. So you're now ready to go. Tuck all these back under this nice Velcro flap here. Make sure you're all situated. There's your loadable space in your main compartment. And there's also a separate area for your blade and probe and shovel handle. Okay? We also recommend, you'll notice that this is set up for just an angled, cross-angle carry on skis, for the simple reason that if you A-frame, it's not for the deployment of the bag or weight that'll get it to open. It's when the bag deploys, you don't want the skis up there so that the bag can hit the edges and cut. So this keeps it up and away in case you have a deployment while you're hiking, which can happen. It's not always while you're skiing. This is an empty cylinder, so we can't deploy it. What I can do is basically show you how a deployment would go and then how to repack. So if you look at the top of the bag, there's a zipper here. And the center, this light gray part of that zipper has no teeth. So it's a breakaway zipper. There's your fail point. So as the airbag deploys, it pops that zipper. And then the airbag will come out. And then this is pretty neat. So you can buy our packs without an airbag. So let's say you want this system, but you want to have a bigger pack, like one of the Tech series for long trips, like let's say this 42. But for resort skiing, you're just day touring for a couple runs, you want a 22. You can order a 22, and then this rope is what connects it through these ties. So you can take it all apart and slide it into another pack. We're the only brand that does that. The other thing is this piece here. Only 1/3 of the air that inflates the airbag comes from the cylinder. The other 2/3 come through here. So as that cylinder, as the compressed air deploys, it creates a vacuum and it sucks air in through here, which is why we have this little mesh bag over it to protect from debris blocking it. That's also how you empty the airbag. So when you're done and you need to repack it after deployment, there's a little valve in here. Just pull this open, press the valve, let all the air out, reset it, close it. Now we do give you instructions right on the airbag of how to fold it back up. The only thing that we say as a major rule is don't roll it. It's not a sleeping bag. You want it packed so that it fits back in, but you also don't want anything to interfere with it deploying. Okay? So pretty simple. A double fold. Here. Here. And then what you want to do is just take the zipper back around to the other side. And then it's like zipping up a jacket or a sleeping bag or anything else. Just thread the zipper in. Now, when you get to the top where the breakaway part is where you want to use a little bit of caution and just kind of help it along. And then you'll see there's this Velcro fastener, and that's what keeps it from just popping open on its own. So, you know, I usually tuck a little bit and then help her through. And then once I get past there, set your Velcro. Okay? Now you're all set. Continue zipping. And now you're good to go again. So it's a single deployment cylinder, which is pretty much industry standard. We do sell cylinders separately as well because you'll have people that want multiples. If you're on a backcountry trip, you're going to take a second cylinder with you. Because let's say you are out and you have a deployment. Now you're in an AVI zone with risk and you got to go back. So usually if you're out on a trip, you want to have a spare cylinder.